Coming from the mind of mine with your host Dizzy Dom.
Love that intro. So hello everybody. Thanks for being here. First of all, I want to say shout out to all the moms out there. Without you, there's no us. We love you, we miss you. We wish you were here all the time. Then again, not all the time. Enough. Thank you for giving us life, and every day you wake up is a good day, and it's all because we have a life. So we love you. Thank you. Moving right along. I can just say that Super Bowl season town, but makes you think a lot of my exes. Like 10 years ago, though, it's a lot different than 10 years ago. 10 years ago, my ex and I, we worked at the Super Bowl city. It was downtown. They had blocked off everything, and this time it's not nowhere the same. This time, San Francisco. I'm not sure. Moscone Center, everything seems to be taking place at Moscone Center. The last time, 10 years ago, when they had it here, they had shops all the way up and down Market Street and Powell Street and kind of pop up all over the place for buy merchandise. It seems to be that way this time. I'm not sure if it's coming later this week or something, but last time I was there for the whole 2 weeks. I worked the whole 2 weeks, and every day it was really secure down in Barcadale Center. They had you had to go through metal detectors just get to work. We were getting frustrated. Maybe that's what I'm doing this time. Because a lot of times people get frustrated. Just go to work. You got to do that. Just go to work. It seemed to be a lot of hassle. And they had like sharpshooter on top of all the buildings and stuff. Take it really serious last time. But before COVID, let's get something with COVID also. Not really sure. But you have any thoughts on that, Paul?
Well, I think that it was definitely different because it was here in San Francisco, right? It was in Super Bowl City. Was it here?
It was here.
It was here in the city.
But they had stuff in Moscone Center. That had stuff at Barcadale Center.
Right.
They had stuff like on Powell Street and over by the old ballparks. The ballparks in so much. I'm trying to think the neighborhood. I gave the neighborhood over there where Giants Stadium, Giants Park is. That's before Chase was there, though. Chase wasn't there yet, I don't think.
Right. So I think it was probably more intimate. For one, it was in your city, because you're kind of like San Francisco's son, right? You're kind of this is one of the places you call home, right? So it's a little bit more intimate. Plus, you and Bridget were working it, so it was a little bit.
Actually, is my no. Yeah.
Oh, it was your ex?
It's my ex, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was,
but so maybe there's some kind of, let's say, memories tied with that. And this year you don't have a dog in the race, right?
And
because it's the Seahawks and the Patriots.
Last time was Prince. Yeah.
It was so there
similar.
was a few things going on there,
Similar.
right? You had some personal stuff. You worked the event. And you had a dog in the race.
But just everything surrounding it was just different. The whole atmosphere, the whole vibe. Just not the same this time.
No, and like you said, here it is in the Bay Area. There's not a Bay Area flavor about it, right? It's Seattle, it's Patriots. It would have been kind of nice to even see Buffalo in it.
Yeah, Buffalo should be there, but that's a different conversation. But yeah, nobody in this region really likes either one of these teams. I mean, nobody anywhere really likes the Patriots, and then nobody around here likes the Seahawks, because especially they beat them twice, and they're like a rival. So
I remember when Seahawks had a pretty good following. They don't anymore, huh?
Well, now see that was when they used to be an AFC team. Now they're an NFC team.
Oh, really? So things have changed.
In direct competition with the Niners. Before they're in direct competition with the Raiders, but that was a little different. What I mean? So they used to beat the Raiders all the time.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize they changed conferences. Yeah. And then you're right. That does change the dynamics of the game.
Yes, most definitely.
And of the season.
Every year. Yeah, every game is very intense. It's like the Rams, the Niners and the Rams too, but Seahawks and Niners are a pretty good rivalry now also.
So I know you have a love for the game, but are you a numbers person otherwise? Because isn't it a lot about stats? Even if you're not wagering or gambling, it's still about the matchups, the percentages, who's injured, who's not. You got to stay really fluid if you're following any sport, but football, there's so many things that affect the game.
There's so many analytics and stuff nowadays, right? And people, as fantasy football goes, we started playing fantasy football back in the mid '80s. Okay, so it wasn't really a big thing back then, but
which is even like that. Isn't that more like 5-dimensional chess? Because not only are you looking at this season, but you're looking at like a lineup of like the greatest from beginning of time until today.
Basically, yeah.
And so you're not even just playing what if I was on the school ground of life and I'm a captain and you're a captain when we're picking our teams and I'm picking him because I like Johnny and you like Roger and we just keep going back and forth. It's not even that. You get to pick the greatest of all times.
Wow,
That's fantasy is crazy. So that's for me, that's 5-dimensional chess. That's not even just knowing the numbers of the current players and what they're doing and what's happening with them.
Right. It's crazy. Everything goes into it now, and the legalized gambling and stuff, and just everything goes into it. You know, so the spread for this game, right now, when I looked, when I first looked, my personal betting, it was New England plus 4.5. So I took New England plus 4.5. I think that's a good bet. But you know, the over under, I mean, I think it's 47 or 45 or something.
And so last time we were talking numbers and percentages, we were talking about the college game. Which college game was that?
That was Indiana against Miami. And that was a great national championship game too.
Right, and you were right on the money, and the AI was off by a point or two.
Yeah,
in both directions, I think.
Right. Yeah.
So it was pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you could literally be a blind man, don't know anything about the sport, do an AI prediction and go, okay, what was it? I think it was off by like 2.5 points on either direction. It's like, okay, let's give myself 5 points in either direction. Right. And you could have played it safe and still come out with money. Yeah. AI is crazy, dude.
It is crazy. It's just doing. I think a lot of times it's doing too much though. I don't really trust it enough to do all that stuff for me. You know what I mean?
I think you still got to read it. You still got to look at it because even like the things that it recommended and said, you know, it said, well, you know, based on this, like the under over and hey, so-and-so's injured and so-and-so's going to start. And
right.
You got to take all those things into consideration anyway. Right.
There's a lot of things that go into it now. And now there's more, like I said, a lot more computer enhanced stuff that, you know,
right.
you have to AI and beyond. Not just the AI, just the computer doing the things for you. You ask a question, already has an answer for you before it do AI. Even before AI, they had that though.
You know, I feel like a lot of this started when technology, especially in football, started kind of like when they started showing you the line of scrimmage digitally.
Oh yeah, and that's See, now they've gone too far with that too. Now they have a automatic first down marker. They don't see the six side anymore. They have automatic. They're doing
it just pops it out. It's digital. Boom.
And all that stuff started with the Raider game. They had the digital index card to measure a first down. But see, the thing the computer got that it didn't touch. So it didn't touch. How was it first down? They got a first down of it. So it's all a bunch of baloney.
So some of it is baloney, but then what do you think about some of the technology? I love drone shots.
So it's of course some of it's cool.
Like the drone shots are like you can see up the players' noses. Man.
Yeah, I mean I have a bad nose hair day myself today, so you know they won't see on mine. But yeah, I definitely get that. Okay, I like that.
So some of it is good and some of it's hooey.
I like that. No, it is. It's all whoever has the most pocket, the fattest pocket at the time. No, I don't know. It's too bad.
So the Super Bowl is going to be different for you just because on so many levels. The only thing cool about it is it's here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, that's always cool.
Right? Well, Super Bowl City, just no comparison to
10 years ago.
10 years ago, a decade ago.
Yes.
You don't have I keep saying a dog in the race. You don't have a team in this. But I know you have a favorite anyway out of that matchup.
Oh, I definitely want Seahawks. I think Seahawks are going to win, and I want them to win. I mean, I like Seattle. I used to work in Seattle. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in Seattle. I have a lot of friends up there, and when they're not in the Raider division anymore, I've liked them ever since then.
Right. Okay.
The Raiders division, they used to beat us up.
So you're definitely going to be watching it. You don't need to be there because tickets are expensive, and again, your heart's not in it for multiple reasons.
Right.
So you think it's Seahawks? Patriots are favored. What did you say? By 4 points or something?
No, they're actually getting 4.5 points.
So
yeah, Seattle's favored. New England's getting 4.5 points, and I'm taking those points just in case.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
No, you might as well. I mean, and then throw a little change on it.
I always got some in the back pocket just in case too, though.
You got it.
cover
And
my bases.
especially with a game like this, you don't want to because you're not betting your heart. You're just betting your feelings.
That's it, yeah.
And feelings
at the time.
at the time, and feelings at the time
They could change
from moment to moment.
Yeah, no, they will. I'll never root for the Patriots ever. So I don't have to worry about that changing.
All right. So, all right. Looks like it's going to be the Seahawks. Who do I think? I've always kind of leaned more towards the Seahawks.
Okay.
I've had friends from Seattle. I've had. I remember my ex-fiance was a big Seahawks fan. So every time there was a Seahawks game, especially if there was a Bay Area team involved or whatever, she'd be sporting her shirt.
Nice.
And so I think I'd go with the Seahawks. And I have no allegiance to the Patriots other than the ones in our country, and we're not going there today. Hey,
Somebody was saying to me that it's a 250th year of America, right?
right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, because it's our birthday. It's America's birthday.
So everybody's saying that's why the Patriots are going to win.
Okay.
But I mean, I felt for that on 9/11. They won that Super Bowl. They had to rob the Raiders to do it. They won that Super Bowl for 9/11. I gave them that, but even though I agree with it, but I'm not using the same excuse for this one. Come on, you can't use supposed to.
Right.
Not work again.
So
That's it. As far as that goes, I'm sad. Look, I was watching the show. I was watching the show earlier. Whose Line Is It Anyway? And between that and the current Super Bowl things going on, makes me think of my ex, because we worked together last time, and she's not here with us anymore. And so it's like I want to say a shout out to her and the family and everybody. Say hello, and hope everything's going well for them. And so that's on a Saturday note for me. But I mean, I did a little traveling, and that was fun. And talk about that.
yeah, it sounds like you did a lot of traveling in one day.
I did. Yeah, first time in my life, man. So I went to Buffalo to check out a game against the Buccaneers in November,
Okay.
and then I went back again in December to Philadelphia against the Philadelphia game. And it wasn't snowing. It wasn't snowing there. I was there at the time. So my people out there were talking stuff to me, saying, "Oh, you can have a Buffalo winner anyway." So where's it at? I mean, so now in January it is one. So I went out there, and it was pretty damn cold. Pretty damn cold, man. Okay, it was like 4 degrees or something one of the days I was there. At nighttime, I was like, I went in and got inside, and as soon as I got out of there, I got out of there. But the day I left Buffalo, I ended up in New York City. So I was not walking around New York
But
City.
there's another city you call home is Buffalo, though, and you're used to that kind of weather. If you're from Buffalo, you're used to that.
Well, yeah, I'm not really used to it, but I didn't mind. I'm in the Sierras though, so it's pretty similar.
Right.
It's not maybe 4 degrees, but it's windy there because it's around the Lake Erie, so it's really, really windy. Niagara Falls is right there too, so there's a lot of cold air,
Right.
in the area. The snow piles are pretty high. So I threw a couple snowballs at myself and a couple other people, but they didn't like that too much.
So your day started off in Buffalo, then to New York City.
So I went from Buffalo, ended up in New York City. Okay, and
Right.
So now I'm walking around. 'Cause I had like a 3-hour layover there, so I went and started walking around. Got the subway. I was at LaGuardia. Got the subway from downtown, and then I kind of hung out for a while and got some good pictures and ate some good food from there. And then I went and got on a plane, went to Chicago. So the same day, Chicago, while it's still daylight, I walked around Chicago for a while. Went to O'Hare and off the L train, and it was a pretty adventurous day. I'd never gone downtown Chicago, downtown New York City the same day before in my life, so I thought that's pretty cool. Ride the subway and ride the L train the same day, and go to LaGuardia and O'Hare the same day. I mean, it's one of those things I've never done before, and so I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, I've never done anything like that, so that's pretty awesome. I've never been to New York City at all. I have been to Chicago. One time was just like a layover, and the other time was for visit.
Okay.
So yeah, my wife's from Illinois, so there you go.
Okay. I mean, this kind of was a layover. I ended up going to ended up in Reno, Nevada that night. And I was on my night in Reno. It was kind of cold there too, but not like back east. Actually, it's cold. It was cold in New York City. Buffalo and New York City was also cold in Chicago. I think Chicago was the coldest because it was the windiest.
It was a different kind of cold.
It was the windiest. And there was snow on the ground. All three of those other places, no snow on the ground in Reno, but there is in the mountains.
Right.
But in Reno, I mean, I just pretty much hung out inside anyway, But I first got there, it was a little chilly, but it wasn't too bad, And then I came back to San Francisco the next day, which was yesterday. So it was a pretty good 4 or 5 days. I was I left Thursday morning or Wednesday night, somewhere in there,
Right.
and I got back yesterday. So I mean, it's cool adventure. Got a little tired.
So it seems like you traveled by lots of means of transportation. It's not just I saw you with the dogs. You had different dogs, but you've done car, you do plane, trains, automobiles.
I do it all, man. Because
Right.
whatever's the cheapest, most convenient, and sometimes I got a time limit, so I got to get there at a certain time. So it depends, you know what I mean? But sometimes the planes are really expensive for me, so I don't like catching planes too much. Nothing going to Hawaii, maybe Alaska. I mean, I don't really. I'm not big. I rode planes for a long time as a kid. I'm not really plane friendly too much anymore, but it hasn't been that bad really. I went on Southwest, went on Frontier, United, and they're all different.
Right.
So I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Do you think plane services are better now or were then when you were younger?
Well, when I was younger, I was a kid. I was known as Master, so I thought it was much better. I got treated real good by the stewardess back then. They were very, very friendly to me. So
they're always better with kids. And it seems like customer service. It doesn't matter if it was the airline agencies or just normal customer service. A lot has been lost in that in customer service.
it has, and I know some of the newer flight attendants are a little more rude and edgy, but back then, so I used to catch PSA all the time in Air California, and then they merged in to become Southwest, right?
Right.
And for a while, there was another airlines catch a lot called Reno Air. I used to catch that a lot, But I've been staying away from planes too much recently. But now, I kind of like them again. So I might start catching more planes more often. When I get good deals.
Right.
All right. So I just take Greyhound a lot. I don't take Greyhound too much anymore. Very, very little if I don't have to. Train takes a long time to get there. Buses are actually faster than trains are. Train takes a long time to get to the route. They go through like hills or the back roads and stuff where there's.
I like traveling by train sometimes. It really depends. So like I went from Oakland to Oregon once on a train, and that was great.
So that Coast Starlight trip.
Yeah. So it was like it was nice.
So I'm gonna
nice view, nice little kickback ride, and it was fun. And it was cold as hell when you got there.
Nice, very, very nice. They have this place called Klamath Falls in Oregon.
That's where I got off.
Oregon, and you get 20-minute break there, right?
Right.
It's like a wood.
And that's actually where we got off. That's where we got off.
Okay,
Klamath
Falls. All right.
Falls.
I heard the Klamath Falls is just two little falls that just go over the rock. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but then there's also what is it? Is it Crater Lake?
Crater Lake right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so Crater Lake's out there too.
That's beautiful out there.
Right. And so, yeah, Klamath Falls is pretty small, but yeah, even that whole area in there. So we spent time in there.
That's the first smoke. You take a Coast Starlight from L.A. to Seattle. That's your biggest smoke break. It's like 20-minute break there, and there's really nothing there. One guy took a skateboard one time, went with a Safeway over there. He rode a skateboard over there. Came back.
And just went to go get a sandwich, came back or something.
We went out there. We gave somebody came back. I think he came out with a 6-pack or 12-pack. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he went and did that, and then we were smoking the bud right there by the. That was our smoke break. So it was pretty cool, and I used to go to Seattle every year.
Was that on the way to Portland or something?
It was on the way all the way to Seattle. Yeah, I used to catch the Seattle. I used to work Hempfest in Seattle every year.
Oh, really?
Every year until they legalized it. But every year I used to get a volunteer show. We went there. They'd see feeders. I'd sleep underneath the stage and stuff. I went to like 6 or 7 times in like a 10-year period. And so,
did you ever work any of the Hempfest here in the Bay? There was ones at Cow Palace. There was one in Burlingame.
I worked one in San Jose one time, and I worked one in Oakland one time. But they weren't really considered Hempfest. They were just like
so there's
symposiums. I think they're called symposiums.
Oh, okay.
Symposiums.
Because I've performed at Hempfest, HempCon, and did some stuff at the latest Emerald Cup in Oakland.
Okay, yeah. I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind on those, but I've attended several events throughout the region over the years. I'm excited. I remember I used to work at Hempfest every year though, because it was the most furthest one away. was the biggest one. It's like a mile and a half walk down. Everything's illegal. The cops say, well, we're not. They had rocks by the water there, so we're not going on the rocks. We're not going behind the stand. So basically, told where we can smoke at. They didn't really care. They watch around there. See how the cops are pretty cool though. Seattle itself is pretty cool. It kind of reminds me a lot of San Francisco actually. The architecture and the people and neighborhoods. They're kind of similar to San Francisco. A lot of them are, but a little more uptight up there.
So you've done your fair amount of traveling. I'm guessing you're one of those people. If I ask you the next question, you'll be able to answer it pretty readily.
Okay.
How many states have you been to?
Oh wow, I've been to 46 states.
There you go. See,
46 states. Yeah, 46 states.
Okay, so what's the 4 states that you haven't been to?
North Dakota.
Okay.
Alaska.
Okay.
One little town. Well, okay. I actually been through North Carolina, South Carolina, but I actually hung out. I've been through them, so I guess it's only 2 states then. Okay,
but those kind of count if you've been through them in a
been,
way. But I understand you haven't hung out, you didn't stop.
It was nighttime. I was sleeping, so I didn't really see anything
right
at all. Not even how I was sleeping. So I passed through those 2 states.
So you've been through all the state, well, except for 48 states.
North Carolina. North Dakota, and Alaska I've been to. That's number 1 on my bucket list for many, many years now. I'm trying to get to. I finally make it this year. Finally, I can make it this year. And then North Dakota.
So I think those count, and the reason I say I think those count is because if I was to start counting how many states I've been in, we're not talking about a state of confusion.
Right.
Okay,
right.
We're talking about physical states that I've been in.
Altered states.
Yeah, altered states. I would have to almost want to count the ones that I've flown over.
Okay. Yeah,
because I haven't been hardly anywhere.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Let me see here. Indianapolis, which is what in Indiana.
Yes, that's cool. Yeah.
Right. So I've been there.
All right.
I've been to Chicago, but I was only at Midway
Airport. Okay.
Midway for a what do I want to call it?
Convention?
Like a connection. And then I was at, I believe, O'Hare when we went to Illinois for our kind of second wedding party a few years ago to visit family, my wife's family. And then was in Florida because we went to the Caribbean. And one of the places you stop, it's like started in, I think it was Oakland to Chicago to Florida to Puerto Rico to St. Kitts to Nevis.
Oh, wow.
So we had a crazy flight to the Caribbean that took us. And so whatever that flight path is, I consider I went to every one of those flipping states because could have died in any or top of any of them. Let me see here. And I think that's it. Other than like, let's say Nevada. Oh, don't worry. That's another subscriber to the Mind of Mind podcast. That's right, guys. If you don't know, please go like, subscribe, follow the Mind of Mind. Contact us at edgestudiosonline@gmail.com. That's right, edgestudiosonline.com. Reach out and make all your email attention, Dizzy Dom. But that's what that was. It was another subscriber to your podcast. Isn't that beautiful?
And we appreciate you subscribe. We appreciate you. That's very nice. Very nice of you. Thank you. And that's another thing you talk about. It's like, you're saying about the train. See, I take the trains all the time. I used to love taking Amtrak, blah, blah, blah. But Amtrak is a government entity.
Right.
So therefore, things are slow process. Okay. So it takes a long time sometimes to get places, and they give you excuses. They talk to you they talk to you a certain way sometimes that I don't really agree with either. But anyway, you're on a long trip and they're trying to kick you off the train for some petty stuff. I don't really agree with that, but they have the authority. They actually I can see them do that before. So, not to me, but I've been kicked off Amtrak before. Not a long trip though, just short trips.
So now, how do you decide where you're going to go?
Well, that's the thing. So this okay. For years there, they were giving discounts on rail passes, right? USA rail passes. So this year they made them half price for a 5-day window there. So
there you go.
So I went ahead and got one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take that. Here's this next starting late this month or early next month. I'm gonna take my little 30-day trip and I'm gonna go to different spots and I'm gonna just hangout place I didn't really hang out before. So I'll probably make it to North Carolina, and I'll probably make it to South Carolina over there, and maybe North Dakota, and just hang out place I didn't really hang out before, and come back and talk about it on the show. Because I got 30 days, I got 20, I got 10 trips in 30 days.
10 trips in 30 days.
Yeah, every time you stop at the train, every time you get off the train, that's considered a trip.
Sure.
So Seattle.
Well, yeah, absolutely. If you're on a cruise, every time they stop at a port, that's a trip.
There you go. So that's what I'm gonna do.
So I'm guessing you've learned a lot about your 50 states.
I have.
We were talking earlier about states, and let's just start off at the top of the alphabet. A for Alabama.
I like Alabama. I spent a lot of time. I like Alabama because it is the first state.
Right.
Okay. And it's like so Alabama. One Mercedes dealer. They actually manufacture Mercedes actually in Alabama. I didn't know that. Of course, you got University of Alabama and Auburn University. Evan Pettis Bridge and Martin Luther King was from Alabama. And Hank Aaron and all that stuff. But Alabama is a state I don't think it's a lot of respect. But it's a lot more historic than people know.
Okay, so what is on their license plate room? I always like the motto of the state.
Heart of Dixie, I think.
There you go.
Heart of Dixie.
There you go. Became the 22nd U.S. state, December 14th, 1819. Located in the southeast. Its capital is Montgomery, while Huntsville is the largest city.
Okay. And Birmingham is the most well-known city.
Yes.
Okay, but before Montgomery became the capital, there was Mobile was kind of a capital, but there's another little town nobody really knows about. It's hidden in the bush now, but in the brush you can't really find it anymore. But there's like a little monument still there. It was originally Alabama's capital. I can't think of the name of it right now because I'm drawing a blank. But I was surprised to know this. I didn't realize that it wasn't the original capital. I didn't realize that.
Right. Now, and the reason that Montgomery is the capital is because of the civil rights movement.
And the higher ground.
Right.
So the higher ground.
There you go. So let me see here. Civil War, Montgomery was the first capital of the Confederacy in 1861.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I did not know that, but that makes sense.
I know you have some fun little facts about Alabama also. It was named after the Alabama Native American tribe. There was a Native American tribe called the Alabama.
Yes,
and so that's how it got its name.
It's got some pretty cool stuff. Alabama's an okay place. One of the places I don't really spend a lot of time. I have been there a couple different times. But I don't really spend any time there, so one place I hit up because I'm curious about every state. So
how are you on geography? If you think of Alabama, there's 4 states that actually border it. Can you think of at least 2 of them?
Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, and Tennessee.
Yeah, you got all 4.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, right. That was great, man.
There you go. Yes, yeah. I used to love geography when I was growing up. You know what I mean? Flags and states and stuff. I used to study that a lot.
Lots of landmarks. One of them,
yes.
I remember about 10 years ago, there was a famous, was it senator or governor that cheated on his wife, and he said he went somewhere that was there. Do you remember where he said he went hiking?
I do not remember that one. I don't.
He said he went hiking, and the reason they couldn't get him on a cell phone because it was like 10 years ago. They said, "Well, why couldn't we get a hold of you?" Because he was hiking in the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh, he's hiking Appalachians. Okay, yeah. I guess there's no reception.
It was like it's kind of like I was out in the middle of the desert for 40 years.
No reception. No reception out there, I guess, huh?
Right. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here.
Alabama is, that's what I'm saying. One of those states you don't really think about as being all that very prestigious, but it really is. It's very, a lot of history, a lot of good stuff going on there.
One of its key agricultural things. It is considered the cotton state.
Oh yes, that's the industry I was going to say. You fly, it look like snow. They're flying over the cotton, all the cotton.
Oh, the cotton fields
look like snow. Is so much, and so it used to be done by hand. Now it's machine done mostly, but it's still pretty amazing,
Well, it's I guess it's really key in natural resources. The only state that have like all the major natural resources like iron and steel.
Oh yes, iron. Yes, iron is very They said one football teams used to have, they used to call it Birmingham Iron. Matter of fact, they call it the Pittsburgh of the South. They call it, I guess.
And another fun fact, rocket capital Huntsville is the home to Marshall Space Flight Center, where in the 1960s, rockets for the moon landings were designed.
Okay, yeah, all right. Let's see. That's pretty cool stuff, man. I mean, you wouldn't think about this kind of stuff, you know?
You wouldn't think about it unless you're driving there, unless you're visiting there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you go down that rabbit hole we call Google.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Or AI. And nowadays it's AI. And they're going to have a device like a phone cord. Instead of charging your phone, you're going to plug it into your phone and then plug it into you somehow.
Wow.
And you're going to upload all that info.
Upload myself, huh?
Yeah, you never know. That might be the next thing.
What do they think of next? You know what I mean?
I'm thinking. Oh man.
Yeah, so and they have some good background there. They got a lot of people. They have people there from there. I didn't realize, you know.
Yeah.
I think there should be a pro sports team somewhere.
Hey, I didn't know this. The state bird. I've never even heard of their state bird.
Jackhammer.
Wow. You were so close.
Okay.
You're half right.
Okay.
What was it?
You're
close. You're so close.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said jackhammer. Like I said, I read this word and I'm like, I've never even heard someone say this.
The bird, right? It's a bird, right?
It's a bird.
Jackhammer or something.
It's so close.
Swallow or something?
Yellow hammer.
Yellow hammer. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, he's heard that. He's got facts.
Yeah, man. I just.
Dizzy's got facts. Okay, so, and then, or it's called the Northern Flicker. and the flower is
Cordelia.
Oh, so close.
No,
really, camellia.
A camellia, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Man,
Cordelia is something else.
famous yes, it is. Famous residents, literary figures. One is Harper Lee, which I don't know who Harper Lee is.
I think she's a female author. She writes like I've heard of her. I've heard of him.
And how about Helen Keller?
Oh my goodness, really? I didn't know she's from there. Okay.
Musicians including Nat King Cole and Emmylou Harris.
Okay, all right. Louise love her hair.
And of course, civil rights leader from Montgomery, John Lewis.
Oh yeah, John Lewis and Martin Luther King is from
Montgomery and all that stuff right there.
He has shirts right there or something like that.
Right.
I guess, right?
And they like to call it, that's 20 fun facts about Alabama.
That's pretty good though. Yeah, I didn't know most of those things. I mean,
there you go.
Some of those things, you know.
You were talking about it's like one of the only places that Mercedes.
No, that's the only Mercedes dealer manufacturer in the United States. Is in Alabama.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And they got all the cotton, like I said, and like you were saying, the cotton. And then they have the man. That's about the I don't know.
The Mardi Gras.
The Mardi Gras. That's right. The Mardi Gras started. That's right. Mardi Gras started in Mobile or Montgomery, I guess. Or
really?
New Orleans stole that idea, and now it's bigger in New Orleans, of course. But started in Alabama.
Really?
A lot of people didn't realize that. I even told my friends from New Orleans that they knew that. I don't know if they're gonna admit that or not, but they probably knew it. They're not gonna tell me that. So we'll see.
So you've been to Alabama. How long were you there for?
Sure, I've been there a couple different times, but only just basically passing through. We just stopped there though. We didn't just so I consider myself.
You thought you were awake.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, that was about it.
I was there, yeah, but I think we got some food there or something. I can't remember. Yeah, so I was there a couple times, but I said just passing through Florida or whatever.
So is that what happens? You something sparks your interest and you do the deep dive?
Well, what I like to do is, no matter if I'm driving through, I like to stop in every state and get gas and get a receipt, you know, to verify and remember where I was.
Okay, so I was going to ask you. So you collect receipts.
Receipts. Used to be matchbooks. Used to be
okay.
Used to be matchbooks.
So matchbooks.
I also collect hats.
I was going to say, so I've known people that collect T-shirts, keychains, shot glasses, spoons.
Okay, yeah.
Remember, people had spoons and thimbles and shot glasses. Yes. What other things from states? My wife has a couple bells. She has a bell from Chicago.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, keychain. Yeah,
keychains. Yeah. You know, my parents went on a trip to Hawaii, and all I got was a T-shirt.
Right.
You know, shit like that.
Now my thing is
postcards.
Postcard. Yeah, I always send.
So that's something I collect. Why? Because
I think
it represents you had to have been there. right? And it's cheap as fuck.
Right. Like
Excuse the language for you kids at home.
25 cents.
Right. Well,
Or
nowadays
now-
it's
now-
probably $3.
yes.
But you're right. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the cheapest way to get away. Because I remember one of the things I did when I was a kid is we went on a trip to Death Valley.
Okay, yeah.
And we went to multiple places when we were in Death Valley, including on the way there, we went to, what is it, Scotty's Castle.
Something like that.
And that's kind of like, it's kind of like that big estate out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
And
I'm not hit with that. I'm not hit. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I'm not hit. I'm not what's called anything.
right. But so there was lots of things like that.
Yeah.
So I remember like the Mojave Desert getting, a postcard from there, and Death Valley getting a postcard from there, and it's usually representative. It's always like the things we were just talking about, like, oh, here's a picture of the state bird,
yeah,
getting eaten by the state reptile. Right? So you got to represent both sides of the food chain.
That's right, man. That's pretty funny right there, right? But no, that's true though, man. It's like, we send postcard. I used to do that, man. We used to actually get postcard. We send several people, including myself.
Yeah.
I sold postcard to myself even.
Would you send it to yourself?
I would send it to myself.
Okay.
Wherever we went.
I would always keep it.
I send one to her, send one to me, and then we send one to a couple of people wherever we knew somebody might be familiar with us.
Hotels used to give you postcards.
Oh yeah, they do. It's right there at the front desk.
Yeah.
Now you gotta buy them.
Now you got to buy them.
It's like Amtrak. Amtrak used to be pillows. Now you gotta buy them.
Well, and it used to be like a thing where they could get free advertising. So, like, you're right. Hotels, they would give them to you in the lobby. And let's say you went to Anaheim. You would go to Comfort Inn in Anaheim because you're going to Disneyland.
Right.
They would always show a picture of Disneyland, so you would want to use the postcard. But, of course, there was a beautiful picture of the Comfort Inn in the background. Yes. And then when you flipped it over, it would have their phone number and address in case you ever wanted to go there. Because you would want to go to the Comfort Inn in Anaheim.
Advertising at its best. That's advertising at its best, right?
Right.
But you know what I do nowadays, Paul, is when I get to a new place, especially if it's a capital city, I want to visit a lot of capitals the last few months. Okay. And what my thing has been for a long time, especially capital city I've never been to before, is I like to take my joint, go smoke on the steps of the Capitol, take a picture, take a selfie doing it. And I've been doing that every capital I've been to this last 3 months or 4 months.
That's what you should do. You should get a little collage going.
I've always done, man.
So have you ever been messed with by federal officers on the steps of federal buildings?
I've been told I can't smoke here by a couple people. That's it, though.
You got to keep moving, son.
Never been messed. Yeah, and same thing about sporting venues around the country also. Been told, like, I've been taking pictures 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They actually have security to come out and tell you to leave. So I know things like this before, but I would just do it,
Right.
That's why I'm only gonna be here for a certain amount of time, a few hours.
So how much of that, and I'm going to use my words because I do the same thing. How much of that useless junk do you still have around? Oh, yeah. Like every once in a while, do you open up a dresser drawer and you go, oh, look, this was the trip I went to Alabama.
Absolutely, because I just got done cleaning out storage unit of a family member of mine passed away recently, and found some stuff in there that I remember this is that reminiscent.
Well, here's the problem: is every time I go to try to get rid of something, I look it up and find out the best way of disposing of it, or would somebody even want this if I donated it or put it on, let's say, some sort of advertising space for free. I'll go ahead and advertise for you, Facebook, like Marketplace, or something. And so the problems I've been running into, I'm like, oh, nobody will ever want this. Is it even safe to dispose of, like an electronic piece of equipment? Should I e-waste it? What should I do? And I'll look it up and it'll be like, oh, well, people are buying those now because they want to retro this or that. Like I was just talking to my friend. He has a big tube TV that's huge. And he goes, I just need to dump this. I'm going to have to go pay $50 and have somebody go dump this at the dump for me or e-waste this. It's going to cost me money to get rid of it. And I said, does it work? And he goes, yeah, but it's an old tube TV. I said, do you know how much those are selling for? Because people are using them for retro gaming systems. Like they have an old Atari.
Oh, yeah.
And they want to play it. And they
I like that kind
old.
of stuff. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And so, like even the TV he had, this guy had, it was probably a 40-inch tube TV that weighed a couple 100 pounds. It was huge. It was a Sony.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it was a studio quality. Anyway, it was more of just an oversized paperweight for the guy. But I'm like, oh, you could list that and get a couple $100. He goes, yeah, I don't even want to waste the time. I'm like, put it on there for free, and somebody will come take it off your porch for you. You
Right.
won't even have to call somebody to, organize a dump run.
There's places, all kinds of different entities will take it for you now. They have people actually that are how to do that. You can pay them, or they come do it for free too.
Yeah, there's. It's funny. I've seen these free e-waste places where they're like, "Oh, we'll recycle this stuff for free," but then they have a price list. Oh, you have a TV? We're going to charge you for that. But it's funny because a lot of these places they could be making money anyway. So it's funny how that works. But yeah, it's different nowadays, I guess is what we're saying.
So then we got. I'm not sure what else. What else?
I know that we were talking about Super Bowl Sunday is this Sunday at Levi Stadium.
Yes.
It's Seahawks versus Patriots.
Yes.
We both think Seahawks for sure. Lots of good talk about traveling.
And I just want to say that the Miami Indiana national championship game was a great game. I hope the Super Bowl is close to that. At least there's going to be two teams in it that I don't really care about.
It should be entertaining and close.
It's a good game. I mean,
yeah.
No blowouts. No blowouts. You know what I mean? So I just.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you don't really have a vested interest, even if you're betting a couple coins on it, then, it should be a good game, right?
Then after all that, we got March Madness coming up next month.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then we got baseball starting again, and I'll be looking forward to that.
My bracket's got a bracket,
and you got. There you go. You got athletics.
And it's kind of a racket, but that's another story.
Well, that sounds like Nevada. It's like, I'm looking forward to all these things going on. But right now, I'm taking a break for about a month. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet.
So you don't even know you're gonna do some traveling because
after Super Bowl's over, I'm gonna make a move. We'll probably like Super Bowl Sunday. I'll probably leave on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Well, one of these times we'll have to do the road together. That way I could do some comedy. No, I'll do some comedy, whatever town you go to or whatever town we go to. We'll do some filming for the show. We'll do those kind of things.
That'll be great, man. Because I gotta institute some more stuff in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna show some stuff off in the next episode or so.
There you go. And you guys, again, reach out to us here at the Mind to Mind. That's right. Contact us at edgestudiosonline@gmail.com. Make it addressable to Dizzy Dom. Tell us what you're thinking. What's on your mind? Where are you going to travel? We want to know all these things. Why? Inquiring minds want to know.
Share with us.
That's it. And so?
So it's just, that's it. Every day wake up is a good day. Enjoy that day. What's the alternative? There isn't one. So do that. Have fun and love the ones you love and like the ones you don't. Okay? Have a good time. Have fun. Stay out of trouble. Be safe. Okay? Signing off.